Hey everybody, this is Scotty with Sketchy's Garage, and today we're going to talk about this week's episode of Street Outlaws, America's List. Let's just get right into it. Kind of looks like the road out there is taking on rubber, like a Kardashian at the NBA All-Star Weekend. You guys tell me what you think in the comments below. Is the road coming around, or is it still a little sketch? The first thing I really want to talk about is Birdman getting his first win since his wreck. I'm really happy for him. He's a really nice guy. He's kind of down on the bottom half of the list. I don't really think that's where he belongs at. He's a top tier driver in my eyes. You guys tell me what you think about Birdman. Next thing I want to talk about is the fairy tale for Brandon James over. Looks like he's struggling this go round. I don't think he's made a lick yet that's decent. Was he a one trick pony, or is he going to come around and pull up the nose on his program? Next thing I want to talk about, how do you think the MSO ladies are going to fare when it's all said and done? Me personally, I think they'll both be in the top 10. You guys let me know in the comments below. Next thing I want to talk about is Chase after the race. How do you guys feel about it? There was a little bit of that on this week's episode, a little bit of campiness. Me personally, I think it's kind of goofy. You know you're going to get called out, just take your call out. Running around a little bit, it's not going to... All you're doing is wasting time and energy. That's my opinion. You guys let me know in the comments below. Next question I got for you guys is Precious a top 10 driver? And what I mean by that, not so much on America's List is she going to be in the top 10, but as a whole, is she a top 10 driver? I personally believe she is. She can wheel with the best of them. She makes very few mistakes. She did have some mistakes when she was first getting going, but here recently she's definitely on her game. Next thing I want to ask you guys, which lady, we have Lizzie, Trisha, and Precious, will end up the highest on the list. Me personally, I think Trisha will finish the highest. I think Precious would probably do a little bit better if she had a little bit better equipment, but her equipment's a little bit less than Trisha's, but I believe they'll both be in the top 10, and they're both phenomenal drivers. Next thing I want to talk about is Cantu. I've said it earlier in these videos that I believe he's going to do some work. He made a lightning pass. He's that guy that's got a fast enough vehicle, and he's not afraid to take the chance when he needs to take a chance, and he's not afraid to sit if he needs to sit. So I think I would keep my eye on Jason Cantu. Who's your guys' driver to keep an eye on that you think is going to be a dark horse when it's all said and done? Next thing I want to talk about is Lizzie the nicest street outlaw there is? Anytime there's any kind of camera interaction with her, she's just always so polite and nice, and that's got to be the way she is in real life. It's just, I don't know, it's kind of comical sometimes. You guys let me know in the comments below, or is there someone else you think that's nicer? Next thing I want to talk about is JJ throwing shade at Daddy Dave. You can tell that he's not backing down this year. He's there to make a statement, but more or less he's heard all the forums, all the internet webs, what everybody said. He's probably tired of hearing how fast the 405 is, and they're the best ever, and they can't be outrun, and they can't do this, they can't do that. To me, it looks like JJ's there to make a statement, and so far he's doing a good job with it. You guys tell me what you think. Next thing I want to talk about is giving up your spot BS, and this kind of goes back to Daddy Dave wanting Ryan to take a spot so he could call JJ back out. How do you guys feel about that? To me, I think it's kind of dirty. You know, if your car is broke, that's one thing, but how often have you seen Daddy Dave give up his spot? I think he got embarrassed a little bit by JJ, and he was wanting some redemption for the 405, but truth be told, it kind of looked like Ryan didn't want to race the JJ either. My next question for you guys is who do you think's got the loudest car out there? Man, there sounds like some of them are just winging them up there. I would probably say Axeman's car. I know, like, when you're right there on them or at the track with them, it feels like it's going to blow your brain out your head. But you guys tell me who you think's got the loudest car out there. Last thing I want to talk about is the Axeman race. I got a lot of comments last week saying that Kai didn't chase him, and I don't have the Discovery Plus or whatever it is to watch it a week early, so I kind of went in there already begrudging Kai a little bit. Then I seen the race, and Axeman, he just flat out left a little bit too early. He didn't even give himself an opportunity. If you watch Big Chief, he normally takes 3 to 4 steps back, and Axeman left on the first step. If you're going to leave early, you got to time it just right. First step's just way too early. He wasn't even looking back at the cars yet. He was looking at his first step. So I don't really hold that against Kai Kelly. Axeman, I wish he would have waited just a little bit longer. If he would have waited for the second step into the third step, I think he'd have been all right. But the first step, it was just a little too soon. You guys tell me what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you guys want some more Kardashian jokes, give me a thumbs up and tell me in the comments below. You guys have a good weekend.